Hey everyone, and welcome back to part 3 here in our Retirement Masterclass series. This episode is going to be all about account selection and finding the right account for your retirement plans. If you missed part 1 or part 2 of this Masterclass series, we have a link in the description of this video linking to the entire playlist so you can go back and check out any of the parts that you have missed, as well as keep up on all the parts coming here in the future. In that part 2 video I discussed, we talked all about risk management and how to identify your personal risk tolerances and how to use an overall idea of understanding risk to better prepare yourself when planning for retirement. With that out of the way, let's hop into today's video where we're not just doing another breakdown of IRAs and accounts, but we're talking strategy. Because choosing the right account to hold your money is just as important as choosing where to invest it. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first account we're going to talk about is the old faithful workhorse, the traditional IRA. You've probably heard of it and you might even have one. But here's what matters. This is an account built for retirement. You put your money in today, you potentially deduct it from your taxable income, and you let it grow tax deferred. You only pay the taxes when you withdraw it later, and ideally that's going to happen after age 59 and a half. So what's the play, you ask? If you want tax savings now and you're within income limits, it's a strong tool. You'll get a tax break today, and your money compounds tax deferred. But as with anything in life, there is a catch. Contribution limits are lower than 401ks, and there are penalties if you dip into it too early for the wrong reasons. And once you hit 73, the IRS says it's time to take the minimum required distributions, whether or not you need or want the money. So if you've already maxed your workplace plan and want to keep saving, this is definitely your next step. Next, we're going to flip the script with the IRA and talk about the Roth IRA. With a Roth IRA, you pay your taxes up front. So every dollar you put in is after-tax money. But here's the kicker. All future growth and qualified withdrawals are tax-free. Zero, nada, none. No taxes in retirement. On top of that, there's no RMDs during your lifetime. And you can pull out your contributions anytime. That's with no penalty and no taxes. But, and this is a big one, not everyone qualifies. There are income limits, and you won't get a tax deduction today. So you're trading short-term savings for long-term freedom. This makes the Roth best for people who are young, likely to be in a higher tax bracket later, or just want some flexibility in retirement income planning. Next up are brokerage accounts. These accounts are the open fields of investing. There are no contribution limits, absolutely no income restrictions, and no early withdrawal penalties associated. Brokerage accounts allow you to invest in a wide variety of investment options. You want to invest in stocks? Go ahead. ETFs? Great. Mutual funds? Go for it. You get maximum flexibility with unlimited contributions. The catch with brokerage accounts is that there's no tax shelter. You'll pay capital gains taxes when you sell at a profit. You'll also pay taxes on both dividends and interest annually. If you've already maxed out your tax advantage accounts and still have some capital to invest, then a brokerage account's for you. It can help with saving for something short-term like a house, a business, or some financial independence, and give you a sandbox to make that happen. Do you ever wish that your checking account and investment account had a baby? Well, that's the cash management account. It lets you pay bills, move money, and invest all in one place. Some even offer competitive interest, FDIC insurance, and even global ATM fee reimbursements. This means you can get streamlined banking, high liquidity, and even some investment functionality all in one place. The issue here is that it's not built for growth or tax sheltering. Think of it as your financial base camp, a starting point. It's definitely not your mountain peak. This type of account is great if you want simplicity. You can get one dashboard and one set of tools for managing your cash efficiently, but you're not really focused on building this particular sum of money for long-term wealth. Now, if you're self-employed or run a small business, it's time for you to listen up. These are two types of accounts you're going to want to be familiar with. The first is the SEP IRA. It is simple to set up with high contribution limits. You can deduct those contributions and skip the complex admin burden of a 401k, but no catch-up contributions, and you must contribute to eligible employees if you have them. The other is the Solo 401k. This takes it up a notch. You get to play both roles, employee and employer. This means that there are higher contribution potentials, plus more investment choices and Roth options depending on the provider. If you're a consultant, a freelancer, or a small business owner with no full-time employees, then these accounts are going to be retirement machines for you. Do you have a business with under 100 full-time employees? Then the simple IRA might be your answer. These accounts have lower costs than a 401k while still having employer match or fixed contributions required. These accounts are perfect if you're running a lean business, but you still want to offer real retirement benefits without dealing with the headaches that come along with a 401k. The biggest catch is that this account is a compromise. It's going to have fewer bells and whistles, but at the same point, it's going to be easier to run, and your employees are going to be able to defer income, and employers get a tax deduction. Now we're going to shift gears to specialized accounts for specialized goals. First is the health savings account, better known as an HSA. They are triple tax advantage, tax deduction in, tax-free growth, and tax-free qualified medical withdrawals. Plus, at age 65, it works like a traditional IRA. This means you can use the money for medical bills today or let it grow for retirement healthcare in the future. Next are 529 plans. These are education-focused plans where you invest post-tax dollars, they grow tax-free, and withdrawals for qualified education expenses are also tax-free. These are flexible and now can be rolled into Roth IRAs in some cases. They're great if you're planning for college, yours or your child's, or even K through 12 tuition in some cases. Finally, let's talk custodial accounts. These accounts give minors access to investment accounts with no contribution limits, but when the child comes of age, they get to control the assets, and it may affect their financial aid eligibility. These accounts are useful for transferring wealth to the next generation. You just have to remember that once it's theirs, it's theirs. So all this information naturally brings us to one pinnacle question. Which one's best? And honestly, it depends. That's the real secret. It's not about finding the single best account. It's about choosing the right combination of accounts for your goals, for your timeline, and for your tax situation. Here at Confluent, we don't believe in one size fits all. We believe in thoughtful, strategic planning, and that the right accounts, used the right way, can do more than store your money. They can accelerate your wealth and help you grow your future. If any of this resonated with you and you're ready to go deeper, then it might be time to talk to someone who does all this for a living. So that is going to bring us to the end of episode 3 here in our Retirement Masterclass Series. In episode 1, we covered time horizons and how that's going to affect your approach to investment. And then in episode 2, we discussed everything to do with risk and identifying your personal risk tolerance. That brought us here where we discussed all the different types of accounts you can use to set up your retirement in the best way possible for you and your situation. Coming up next in part 4, we will discuss everything to do with determining your personal goals and how to identify if you are on track to meet those goals. So stay tuned and continue along this journey to continue putting yourself ahead of the crowd. We hope you guys enjoyed this video centered around finding the right retirement accounts for you. This video is actually part of a bigger series where we cover retirement front to back, giving you everything you need to be prepared to plan a powerful retirement. So please drop a like on this video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell so you never miss a new upload from us, whether it's a part of this series or any of the other great content we put out helping people expand their financial horizons and chase their financial freedom.